thoughts from your mind. Don't judge me by the fact that I am right this time. I'm all through for a week. I'm not in your sight. You should not be saying now for this time.
Stop delaying. It's my way on the highway. Should be going. Make your choice and now you know what's coming. Back out and tell the phone to come back and move on. Don't come back.
You got to leave by your sister 'cause I look you so. You know do you nothing for your mom and they got to leave by your sister. I don't do you so. You know do you nothing for your mom and they don't have that time. That will have tried to reach your clock on that has been designed. So I'm asking you to answer inside. And please let your conscience be your guide. I know that maybe you're not in one of the most, but that should not be tempting. The wrong decision could be devastating. Cause if you don't want you will be sorry that you say.
I'm not playing. It's my way on the highway. Should be going. Make your choice and now you know what's coming. Think of things they don't think that no more.
You got to leave by your sister 'cause I don't do you so. You know do you nothing for your mom and they don't make you leave by your sister. I don't do you so. You know do you nothing for your mom and they don't. I know what I must do. I want to be from this world. Every woman, every man, and everybody be hearing. This is big listen, so that I go along. Instead of making this false accusation, it's kinda shocking, but I can still watch it. It will be changing. Oh, see, you know what I'm thinking is that you're not willing to do something listening to people.
I'm not playing. It's my way on the highway. Should be going. You made your choice and now you know what's coming. Back out and don't come back no more. No,
I always believe that you could understand. Cause we had so much of this conversation. If I went out with another woman, that would be giving justification. Your speech is causing embarrassment, and I'm sure this time that I am innocent. Since you insist you get your heart content, then make sure you can't stand the consequences.
just saying. It's my way on the highway. Should be going. You made your choice and now you know what's coming. Back out and don't come back no more. No, don't come back.
Can we talk one more time, baby?
Stop talking and keep walking.
You don't need that. You're gonna send me away today and call me back tomorrow.
Don't keep talking to me. You gotta go.
How can you say that?
Look, hit the road. I ain't 95 South.
Jetzt geht's gleich los im Ballpark in Heidenheim zur Finalserie um die deutsche Baseballmeisterschaft 2014. Zu Gast die Solingen Alligators. Die Solingen Alligators führen in dieser 5-Spiele-Serie mit 2:1. Jetzt heute in wenigen Minuten das Spiel 4. Die Ground Crew ist noch am Arbeiten. Wir dürfen uns sehr freuen auf hochklassigen Baseball. Und dieser ist, wie bekannt, nur möglich durch tolle Sponsoren, die wir in Heidenheim gefunden haben. Und da bedanken wir uns ganz besonders bei unserem Top-Sponsor, der Voigt GmbH, sowie unseren Hauptsponsoren, der Paul Hartmann AG, Heidenheimer Volksbank EG, Ferrau Engineering, Stadtwerke Heidenheim AG und der Brauerei Königsbräu. Auch bedanken wir uns bei all unseren weiteren Sponsoren. Das wäre die GAGFA AG, Edelmann HiQ Packaging, Kino Capitol und Kinocenter, Kinopark Aalen, Heidenheimer Zeitung, Samtool Spanzeuge, Bäckerei Körnlesbeck, AGM Autoglas, BGK Endlosband, VW Autohaus Mahnert und Schön, Optik Schäuble, Best Western Park Konsul Schlosshotel Heidenheim, Bad und Wärme Kuttblude, Bauflaschnerei Smekal, Nubuk Sports Fun and Bike, Piazza, Kaffee, Bar und Lounge, Druckerei Kopp, Sanitätshaus Berger, Hotel Hirsch, Hummel Siegdruck, Sportstudio Pauls 53, Baukarle Karl Friedmeier, Uche Monsbau, Gasthaus zum Alten Sägewerk, AXA Versicherungen Rolf Paas, die Physiopraxis Spaso Urcic und Stefan Finsinger, Kaffee Konditorei Sonnleitner, Bissinger Auerquelle, HSB Sportstudio und nicht zu vergessen die Stadtverwaltung Heidenheim und der Heidenheimer Sportbund 1846 e.V. Ohne sie und unsere Sponsoren wäre Erstliga Baseball in Heidenheim nicht möglich. Vielen, vielen Dank und das ist doch ein Applaus wert.
So game 1 went to Solingen in 12 innings. It was a 2-1 score. That was the game-winning home run by Tanner Layton. Game 2 was the Tyler Lockwood show as he struck out 9 in 8 innings and got the win as the Heidenheim defeated the Alligators 9-0. And then yesterday, it was a pitcher's duel all the way with some nice defensive plays. Harry Glynn out-dueling Luke Summer and Solingen winning 2-1. So today it will be a rematch of Game 2 starting pitchers. Tyler Lockwood will get the ball for Mike Hartley and the Heidenheim, while Christopher Metzger, who was roughed up in the second game, will take the ball for Norman Eberhardt and the Solingen Alligators. Metzger is currently throwing his warm-up pitches in the bullpen. And while Mike Hartley is out in front of the plate with the rake, you know, they're doing the final preparations on the infield before this game gets started. I'll give you the starting lineups for the Solingen Alligators. It'll be Moritz Butgereit leading off, playing right field. Batting second, playing second base, Wayne O. Batting third, playing center field for the third straight game, Tanner Layton. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, Daniel Sanchez. Batting fifth and playing third base, Dominic Wolf. Batting sixth, playing first base, Dustin Hughes. Batting seventh and playing left field, Marcus Stritzik. Batting eighth and catching, Julian Steinberg. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Robin Drache. So once again, that's Butgereit, O, and Layton, Sanchez, Wolf, and Hughes, Stritzik, Steinberg, and Drache. For the Heidenheim Heidekops, they will counter with the following lineup. It is exactly the same. It is, well, actually, it is not exactly the same. There's a slight change. Sasha Lutz leading off and playing left field. Andrew Smith is going to bat second today and play third base. James McOwen moved up into the number 3 hole, is playing center field. Batting fourth and catching, Simon Göring. Batting fifth in the designated hitter, Luke Summer. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Jay Petchy. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Sean Larry. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Charlie Calamia. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Philip Schultz. So once again, that is Lutz, Smith, and McOwen, Göring, Summer, and Petchy, Larry, Calamia, and Schultz. And now I'm going to turn it over to the stadium sprecher so you hear the official announcements.
Sascha Steffens, die Rücke Nummer 8, Johannes Weidemann, die 73, Timo Trampert, die 10, Carsten Schäfer, mit der 18, Luca Wolf, die 55, Oskar Matzbreit. Und jetzt kommen wir zur Starting Line der Solingen Alligators hier in Spiel 4. Mit der Rücke Nummer 7 sehen wir Right Fielder Moritz Butgereit. Mit der 45 sehen wir den Second Baseman der Gäste, Wayno. Die 1 trägt Centerfielder Tanner Layton. Mit der Rücke Nummer 9 Shortstop Daniel Sanchez. Die 12 Third Baseman Dominic Wolf. Die 30 hat First Baseman Dustin Hughes. Mit der 33 sehen wir den Left Fielder Markus Strittek. Die 2 hat der Catcher Julian Steinberg. Die 5 designated Hitter Robin Drache. Und auf dem Mount mit der 22 der Pitcher Chris Metzger. Auch begrüßen wir die beiden Trainer Mehmet Alkan und Norman Eberhardt. Kommen wir zu den Heidenheim 2014 und ich darf mal um mächtigen Applaus bitten. Mit der 29 Robert Gruber, die 30 Johannes Brunn, die 31 Peter Dankerl, mit der 26 Alexander Lauterbach, mit der 28 Patrick Seifried, die 41 Tristan Holler, mit der 12 Holger Gößmann, mit der 34 Lukas Antonius. Und jetzt die Starting Nine in Spiel 4 um die deutsche Baseballmeisterschaft 2014. Mit der 32 Left Fielder Sascha Lutz. Die 16 Third Baseman Andrew Smith. Mit Mitte 42, Centerfielder Jamie McOwen. Die 14, Catcher Simon Güring. Mit der Rücke Nummer 3, Designated Hitter Luke Summer. Die 27, First Baseman Jay Patchy. Mit der Rücke Nummer 7 im Right Field Sean Lowry. Und die Nummer 6, Shortstop Charlie Calamia. Auf der Second Base sehen wir mit der 9 Philipp Schulz. Und die 11 trägt unser Pitcher Tyler Lockwood. Auch begrüßen wir unser Manager Klaus Eckle und unseren Head Coach Mike Hartley. Herzlich begrüßen möchten wir auch die 4 Unparteiischen. Im Finale gibt es immer ein 4-Mann-System. Ich darf die Herren vorstellen, allen voran der Mann hinter der Platte heute, Patrick Meister. Dann an der ersten Base Alexander Hartler, Second Base hat Tarek Gladlack, die dritte Base hat Tim Meyer. Einen wunderschönen guten Tag und ich darf Sie alle bitten, sich von Ihren Plätzen zu erheben. Es ist Zeit für die deutsche Nationalhymne. Playball hier im Heidenheim Ballpark. Und da wird es auch gleich Zeit für den ersten Soundcheck des Tages. Wo sind die Fans der Alligators? Und wo sind die Fans der Heidenheim-Heideköpfe? Heute geht's, liebe Fans der Heidenheim-Heideköpfe. Keine halben Sachen. 9 Inning Baseball, 9 Inning Cheering. Auf geht's, Playball.
Well, you heard them. They are ready to play ball. Right now, the home plate conference is taking place. Norman Eberhardt is shaking hands with the umpires and Mike Hartley. The umpires for today's game, Patrick Meister will be calling balls and strikes. On first base, Alexander Hartel. On second base, Tarek LeBlanc. And on third base, Tim Meyer. And now the meeting is over with, and the game is about ready to begin. The Heideköpfe are huddling over near their dugout, ready to take the field. The fans are ready to rock, even more so than they were yesterday. Yesterday there was a fair contingency of loud musical instruments, a lot of drums and trumpets, and if you thought it was noisy yesterday, I think it's going to be twice as loud today as the Heideköpfe now take the field. And you hear the cheering, the wind-up toys, the drums. There is a full drum set set up behind home plate, and it's under the tender care of a bunch of kids that can't be older than 15 years old, so that ought to be fun. I'm sure you'll be able to hear it. The Solingen Alligators are going to send Moritz Butgereit, Wayno, and Tanner Layton up to the plate against Tyler Lockwood. Lockwood had a fantastic year, of course, this year with the Heideköpfe. This was his first season in the Bundesliga, the 26-year-old native of Houston, Texas. He was drafted in 2010 by the Boston Red Sox and joined the Heideköpfe this year. His season statistics are very good. 98 and 2/3 innings pitched with a 2.28 ERA. Just 63 hits and 25 earned runs. He walked 31, struck out 84. And in game one, he pitched very well, pitching 8 innings with 9 strikeouts and shutting down the Solingen Alligators. The Alligators have only scored 4 runs in the 3 games, and yet they lead this series 2-1. Heidenheim, on the other side, has scored 11 runs, but they are on the losing end of that 2-1 advantage. So Tyler Lockwood is going to try to replicate his performance from game 2, and it's about to begin as Moritz Buttgereit is making his way up to the plate. Tim Collins with you here for Eurobaseball TV. Glad you're tuning in to join us. Yesterday's game was exciting, and today's promises to be just as much so as Moritz Buttgereit steps to the plate. He was 1 for 4 yesterday. He led off the game with a first pitch single and came around to score. So Tyler Lockwood is ready, getting the sign from Simon Göring. He starts his windup, and the first pitch is coming right now, and it is a strike called, a fastball, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Just getting started. Tyler Lockwood winds and deals. It is low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. It'll be Buttgereit, O, and Leighton. Buttgereit has 4 hits in the 3 games. There's the 1-1 pitch to him, way outside, looked like a breaking ball. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Moritz Buttgereit. The ball skipped away from Simon Göring. He had to go off to the right behind the batter's circle and retrieve the ball. He flips it back to Patrick Meister. Lockwood has a new one. He starts the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a check swing on a pitch down and away, and it's low for ball 3. Buttgereit not chasing the off-speed pitch from Lockwood, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Here it comes. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 4. Moritz Buttgereit works a walk, and Solingen has a base runner. That's how the game begins. Buttgereit is now at first, and the batter is the Australian Wayne O. O has himself 4 hits in the series. Yesterday he was 2 for 4 with a run scored. That run that he scored was the deciding run in the game. O with a long look down at the third base coach Norman Eberhard. Lockwood stepped off, now he's back on. Buttgereit, as I mentioned yesterday, is not really a threat to steal. Short lead, the first pitch to O is a strike, a fastball at the letters over the heart of the plate, 0-1. Nobody out, top of the first inning. Moritz Buttgereit walked, he's on first base. 1 strike to count to Wayne O. O, a right-handed hitter with a very quiet batting stance. He looks like he's going to show bunt, and he pulls it back, swings and misses, strike 2. So O was trying to fool the corner infielders by showing bunt early and then pulling it back and swinging away. Andrew Smith had charged, but now he backs up with 2 strikes. Infielders are back. Buttgereit off first. The 0-2 pitch is low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A very close pitch. It is a constant drum roll. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Lockwood comes set. Buttgereit with a short lead off first. The pitch to O is low and inside, and the count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lockwood trying to jam O, throw a fastball underneath his hands. And O not chasing it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a slow ground ball to Andrew Smith at third. He has it. Goes to second for 1. The relay throw to first is in time. It's a double play. A 5-4-3 double play, and there are 2 outs and nobody on. Nicely turned by Andrew Smith and Charlie Calamia, erasing the base runner, and there are 2 outs and nobody on. It was a big bouncing ball. Andrew Smith had to field it on the first bounce, and it was so slowly hit, I didn't think they would have a chance at turning it, but was out by a good step. So here's Tanner Leighton with 2 outs and nobody on. Tyler Lockwood rocks and deals. Leighton swings, fly ball to deep center field. Oh, McOwen is going back. He's got a play in front of the wall. He waits for it to come down. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Tanner Leighton just missed hitting a home run, and it turns into a flyout. 1-2-3 after the walk in the double play at the end of a half inning. No score.
let me tell you. I took her home to my bed, watching every move on her face.
We get ready to go to the bottom of the first inning. Solingen not scoring in the top half. So the game is scoreless as Chris Metzger is finishing up his final tosses. So Christopher Metzger is going to get his second try at the Heidenheim Heidekopf, and he's going to face Sasha Lutz, Andrew Smith, and James McOwen. Metzger is 25 years old from Boulder, Colorado. He was a linguistics major at USC, and that might be perhaps the reason why he's playing baseball in Europe. A great right-handed pitcher. He pitched 114 and 2/3 innings this year to a 1.57 ERA, but he was roughed up in Game 2. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits and 6 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts in 113 pitches. So Sasha Lutz steps up to the plate. Metzger starts the windup and deals. Fastball is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Sasha Lutz. Bottom of the first inning, no score. There's the wind and the pitch from Metzger. It is a strike called over the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lutz was 2 for 4 yesterday with a double and a run scored. Actually, he had 2 doubles. Had a pitch for a third taken away by a nice catch in left. The 1-1 pitch, line drive to the left and foul. And the count is 1-2. Andrew Smith moved into the number 2 hole for this game. He's waiting on deck. Chris Metzger works from the first base side of the rubber. The tall right-hander winds, deals 1-2 pitch, is inside, 2-2. The defense for the Alligators. They have Dominic Wolf at third, Daniel Sanchez at short, Wayne O at second, Dustin Hughes at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Marcus Stritzik, Tanner Layton, and Moritz Butgereit. Julian Steinberg behind the plate. 2-2, the pitch on the way. Fastball is outside, barely. And the count is full to Sasha Lutz, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2, nobody out, bottom of the first, no score. The pitch, check swing on a pitch inside. They appeal the third base umpire. He said no, he did not go around, and it's ball 4. Sasha Lutz draws a leadoff walk. So Sasha is on first base. And that will bring up Andrew Smith. Smith yesterday was 1 for 4. He drove in the run. It was a ground ball driving in Sasha Lutz. He has got himself 5 hits in the series. Right-hand hitter moved up to the number 2 spot for today's game, and Jamie McOwen, who was 5 for 5 off of Metzger in Game 2, is moved up to the number 3 spot. So Lutz is being held on by Hughes at first. Infield back looking for a double play, except for Wolf, who's up on the edge of the grass. Smith, the right-hand batter, steps in. There's the pitch on the way, and it is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Metzger from Boulder, Colorado. He has played baseball in France. This is his first year with Solingen. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Andrew Smith. The pitch on the way, it is low, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Well, yesterday I thought it was loud. Well, obviously I was wrong. Today it is really loud. 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom of the first inning. Lutz leading off first. A long hold by Metzger, and now the pitch. Swung on a line drive to deep center field. Layton going back. He's back at the warning track, and he makes the catch. And Sasha Lutz has to retreat back to first base. Andrew Smith hit it hard, but he didn't get it high enough in the air, and there's 1 down. So a hard hit line drive off the bat of Smith, but Layton ran it down at deep center field, and now Jamie McOwen will come to the bat.
Jamie McOwen.
McOwen, a left-handed hitter. As Sasha Lutz is on first. McOwen stands in the back of the box. Another long hold by Metzger. There goes Lutz. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base is in time, and Lutz is thrown out trying to steal. A perfect throw by Julian Steinberg to get the head-first diving Sasha Lutz. It was right on the money, and there are 2 down. The pitch was a strike. And a perfect throw by Julian Steinberg to cut down Sasha Lutz. He had a good jump. So the count is now 1 strike to Jamie McOwen with 2 outs and nobody on. Metzger can go from the windup now. And he begins his windup and deals. The pitch is low and inside. The scoreboard says 2 balls and no strikes, but I have a feeling it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll let you know for sure in a minute. Here's the wind and the pitch to McOwen. It is low and outside. It is either 2-1 or 3-0. It is 2-1. The scoreboard has just been changed. 2 balls and 1 strike on James McOwen. 2 outs, nobody on, scoreless game, bottom of the first. Here's the wind and the pitch. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Oh, to his right, he gloves it, throws to first, in time, and the inning is over. So Wayne O fielding a sharply hit ground ball off the bat of McOwen, and it turns into a 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 1, no score.
Wir bedanken uns nochmal ganz herzlich bei Stadtwerke Heidenheim AG, die diesen Spieltag heute präsentieren.
All right, we go to the top of the second inning. No score in the game. Lockwood gave up a walk and then a double play ball and a fly ball for a 1-2-3 first inning, and he will face 4, 5, and 6 for the Alligators. That means Daniel Sanchez, Dominic Wolf, and Dustin Hughes.
Zweite Inning geht es weiter mit dem Shortstop der Gäste. Mit der Nummer 9 sehen wir Daniel Sanchez.
So Lockwood back to the mound. Smith at third, Calamia at short, Schultz at second, Pecci at first. Sasha Lutz in left, James McOwen in center, and Sean Larry in right. And the first pitch is up and in as Sanchez was showing bunt, pulled it back, and the pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Daniel Sanchez. Sanchez yesterday had an RBI in the first inning on a sac fly. This next one is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Sanchez yesterday was 1 for 2 with that sac fly. He also walked. 2 balls and no strikes. Lockwood deals. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. In this series, Daniel only has 2 hits. He was robbed of a home run in game 1 by Sasha Lutz, however. 2 balls and a strike to count to him. Here's the pitch from Tyler Lockwood. And it's a strike called on the outside corner, and Sanchez is very unhappy with that call as he jumps out of the batter's box and has a small conversation with Patrick Meister. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez with a very open stance, right-hand hitter. The wind, the pitch, fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. 2-2 still the count. Top of the second inning, no score in the game. Both teams having 1 base runner. Here's the pitch, and it is low, and the count is now full to Daniel Sanchez. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lockwood has walked 1 batter already, but it was erased on the double play in the first inning. 3-2 on Sanchez, the pitch on the way. Swinging a foul tip, and that ball just skipped out of Seaman Goering's glove and went to the backstop. So Sanchez lives to see another pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With nobody out, we're in the top of the second inning. No score in the game. Daniel Sanchez at the plate. as Tyler Lockwood looks into the sign from Simon Goering. Here's the wind and 3-2 pitch. Swung on at a slow roller to Andrew Smith at third. He fields it and throws to first in time. Daniel Sanchez was sawed off on that pitch. It looked like a fastball that tailed in on his hands, and he just hit a soft ground ball off the handle of the bat that rolled to Andrew Smith, who fielded it and threw across the diamond for the first out. One down, and now Dominic Wolf. Dominic Wolf yesterday had the game-winning RBI. That was the sacrifice fly, and the first pitch to him is low and in the dirt, ball one. Dominic in this series has only one hit. That was in game one, but the sac fly yesterday was the deciding play of the game. There's a big swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Strike one, and ball one to Dominic Wolf. Dominic is 32 years old. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, curveball. This one is up and in. No bite to it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lockwood, the right-hander, 26 years old, and he winds and deals. 2 balls and a strike. This one is inside. 3-1. Wolf almost got hit by that pitch. 3-1 with 1 out. No score in the game. Top of the second. The wind and the pitch. There's a swing and a little cue shot, and it is caught by Andrew Smith on the fly. A little soft line drive to the third baseman, and there are 2 down. Smith, with a few steps to his left, reached out to the glove side and caught it in the webbing of his glove. It was a soft line drive, and if it was placed a little bit more to the right, it would have based it to left field, but Smith able to make the catch, and it's a line out to third, and that's the second out of the inning. And now Dustin Hughes with 2 outs and nobody on. No hits in the ballgame so far. Lockwood rocks and deals the pitch to Hughes. Fastball is a strike call to the letters. And that was the hardest fastball I think I've seen Lockwood throw in this game. He's a pitcher who needs to change speeds. He's got a devastating changeup. That's his out pitch. 0-1 pitch. This one is outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game 4. And here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and that was the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hughes way out in front of that. Dustin, in yesterday's game, was 0 for 3 with a walk. In fact, he does not have a hit in the series. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. The high fastball blew it right by him, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Lockwood. At the end of 1.5, no score. To the bottom of the second inning. No score in the game. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Heidenheim Heidi Cup. Simon Goering, Luke Summer, and Jay Petchin.
Unser Catcher, Applaus für Simon Goering.
Goering in yesterday's game was 2 for 4. He's got himself 6 hits in the series. Right-hand hitter. And Metzger looking in for the sign from Julian Steinberg. He gets ready. Here's the windup and the first pitch to Simon Goering. It is swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1. Metzger walked a batter. That was Lutz leading off the game, but then Lutz was later caught stealing second base. And then he retired Smith and McOwen. 0-1 the count on Simon Göring. We're in the bottom of the second inning, no score. There's a breaking ball, and it is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Metzger trying to rebound from the disastrous start he had in game 2. So, got through the first inning unscathed. The 1-1 pitch. Strike called, a fastball on the inside corner. Göring was looking for a pitch out over the plate, and that ball ran in on his hands and hit the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Luke Summer is waiting on deck. Metzger with a long look in, gets the sign from Steinberg, starts to wind up the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to the right side. Wayne O fields it on a couple hops, throws to first in time, and there's 1 away. Simon Göring grounds out to second. The ball was hit sharply to the other side of the field by Simon Göring, but it was right at Wayne O, who fielded it cleanly to his left. So with 1 out and nobody on, here is Luke Summer. Summer, of course, pitched yesterday's game and got the loss. He was also the DH, he was the number 9 hitter in yesterday's game. He's the DH in today's game. Left-hand hitter with power, had 7 home runs this year. The pitch from Metzger is outside for ball 1. Summer has 1 hit in the 3 games. So he's in there for his bat today. The 1-0 pitch from Metzger. There's a swing and a drive to deep right field, but it is foul, and it is way out of here, but well foul. Summer turning on 1, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And now Eberhardt goes out to the mound to have a chat with Metzger. Perhaps he saw something that he didn't like about the pitch selection. So it's pretty rare to see the coach come out in mid-at-bat. But why not Eberhardt? He's in the driver's seat. The Solingen Alligators leading this series 2-1. As now Eberhardt has said what he wanted to say to Steinberg and Metzger and returns to the dugout. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Luke Summer. 1-1 from Metzger to Summer. There's the wind and the pitch. Slow breaking ball, and it is a strike called on the outside corner, 1-2. One out. Bottom of the second inning, no score in game 4. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a pop-up to the left side. Foul ground. Dominic Wolf over, has a play, and now he is going to make the catch as he falls backwards. He almost lost that ball in the sun. It was a foul ball, but Dominic Wolf stayed with it and caught it as he fell to his backside, and there are 2 down.
Das bringt uns an. First Baseman an die Platte. Mit der 27. Ein Riesenapplaus für ihn. Applaus
So
für
here, we have 2 outs and
Pesci.
nobody on. Here's Jay Pesci. Pesci, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Pesci, a former Oakland Athletics farmhand, was drafted in 1998. He's got 1 hit in this series in the 2 games. And the pitch is inside for ball 1. Two outs, nobody on, bottom of the second inning, no score in the game. Chris Metzger getting the sign from Steinberg. There's the 1-0 pitch to Jay Pesci, and it is a fastball low for 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 with 2 outs, nobody on. Dominic Wolf is playing up near the edge of the grass at the third baseline. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike called. Fastball over the inner half. 2 balls and 1 strike on Pesci. Chris Metzger has walked 1. He is not allowed to hit. 2 balls and a strike. Pesci with an open stance, batting left-handed. The pitch swung on, fouled straight back to the screen. And the count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pesci had a good rip at that pitch. Looked like a fastball that was down and in, which is very often a danger zone for a left-handed hitter. And Pesci, just a little bit late on it, fouled it back to the screen. 2-2 the count. Here's the wind for Metzger and the pitch. Fastball is high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Game 4, and we're scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-2 from Metzger to Jay Pesci. The wind and the pitch. There's a slow ground ball to the right side. It is fielded by Hughes. He flips it to Metzger covering first base, and they get the out. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Fritz Metzger. 3-1 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 2 full, it is Solingen 0, Heidenheim 0.
And whatever comes our way, yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. All of the family, no consent, explode into space. I love the lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind. And the feeling there.
So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Solingen nothing, Heidenheim nothing. Tyler Lockwood has faced the minimum, as has Christopher Metzger. Both pitchers have allowed a walk, but both walks were erased. Lockwood got a double play ball off the bat of Wayne O, and Sasha Lutz was caught stealing, so that's how the runners were erased. And it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Marcus Stritzik, the first batter, takes a strike on the first pitch. 0-1. Marcus Stritzik, Julian Steinberg, and Robin Drache. 7, 8, 9 for the Alligators. There's a curveball hit on the ground to the left side. Andrew Smith fields it to his left, takes his time, throws to first in time for the first out. A grounder to third, and there's one away. And here is Julian Steinberg. Stritzik had only 2 hits in the series, although one of them was a very important one. He got the double in Game 1 off of Luke Summer before the rains came, and then he ended up scoring the tying run. And of course, Solingen went on to win that game in the 12th inning on the home run by Leighton. So with 1 out, nobody on, here is Julian Steinberg. And the right-hander Lockwood winds and deals. There's a swing and a pop fly on the infield, the right side. Pecci and Schultz. It will be Pecci who makes the call and the catch. And there are 2 very quick outs here in the 3rd inning. Lockwood has only thrown 3 pitches to get the first 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Very economical inning so far, and that will bring up the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter, Robin Drache. Drache in this series is 1 for 5.
Robin Drache.
He was over for 2 yesterday. He has also pitched 4 innings. That was in Game 2, the pitch. There's a strike called, a fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. No score, we're in the top of the 3rd. Lockwood winds and deals the 1-strike pitch. It is a little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Lockwood looks in for the sign, has it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Robin Drache. It is outside, and the count is 2-2. 2 outs, 2-2 the count. The pitch swung on, a ground ball up the middle. It is fielded by Schultz. He throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Lockwood. As Drache grounds out to the second baseman, Philip Schultz. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Here we go again. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming up. Solingen nothing, Heidenheim nothing.
Und wie sieht's aus im Heidenheim Ballpark? Soundcheck, die zweite. Wo sind die Fans der Alligators? Und wo ist Heidenheim? Jetzt nicht locker lassen. Drittes Inning am Schlag für die Heidenheim Heideköpfe mit der Rücke Nummer 7. Einen Riesenapplaus für den Rightfielder Sean Lee.
There we go to the bottom of the third. Both pitchers seem to be on their game so far in the early going. Metzger has allowed but one base runner. That was Sasha Lutz walking, leading off the game. Lutz was later caught stealing. Tyler Lockwood, meanwhile, has only allowed one base runner. And that was Butgerite leading off the game, and he was erased on a double play. So here is Sean Larry, 7-8-9, and the pitch to Larry is a strike call, the fastball on the inside corner. It'll be Sean Larry, Charlie Calamia, and Philip Schultz against Christopher Metzger. Metzger winds and deals the one-strike pitch. Is outside, looked like a breaking ball. Just missed the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Sean Larry, a left-handed hitter with an open stance. And he is awaiting the delivery from Chris Metzger. He starts the windup, the 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off to the left and out of play, and it'll be strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bitte achten Sie auf die Bälle. Ab und zu kommt einer in die Zuschauerränge. Wenn er sie wieder bei uns abgibt, bekommt er einen Stempel. Und dann
No score, we're in the bottom of the third inning, nobody out. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Sean Larry as Chris Metzger is rubbing up a new baseball. He works from the extreme first base side of the pitching rubber. Infielders are back, outfielders are deep and straight away. The pitch on the way to Larry. There's a fly ball to deep right field. Butgerite is going back. He's pulling up in front of the wall and he makes the catch. Sean Larry got a hanging breaking ball. Looked like he hit it off the end of the bat. And flies out for the first out here in the third. So Metzger is happy to get that pitch back. And now here's Charlie Calamia with 1 out.
Ein Riesenapplaus für Charlie Calamia.
Calamia, right-hand hitter. Calamia has 1 hit in this series, 1 hit in 13 at-bats. Right-hand hitter with a closed stance. The pitch swung on and popped up behind the plate. Foul. This will get out of play. Strike 1 on Calamia.
Foul ball, strike 1.
There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. No score in the game. 0-1 the count to Charlie Calamia as the big right-hander Chris Metzger starts the windup and deals. Slow curve, and it is in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch by Chris. And the count is 0-2 to Charlie Calamia. Philip Schultz is waiting on deck. And the kazoos begin. Here's the wind, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Christopher Metzger. Got him with a fastball, and Calamia swung right through it. So 2 down and nobody on. And here is Philip Schultz. Schultz has 2 hits in the series. Those all were in the first game. He was 2 for 5 in game 1, 0 for 4 in game 2, and 0 for 3 with a sacrifice yesterday. Of course, he hit into the game-ending double play. He would love to forget that. Switch hitter batting left. The pitch from Metzger. There's a swing and a foul at the plate. Strike 1 on Schultz. Metzger trying to get through the first 3 innings, facing the minimum. The same way Tyler Lockwood has. We have seen some great pitching in this series. And it doesn't appear to be changing anytime soon. 0-1, the wind from Metzger, the pitch. There's a ground ball to the right side, through the hole, into right field for a base hit. So Philip Schultz reaches first base with a single, and he's on with 2 down here in the third inning. That's the first hit allowed by Metzger. First hit of the ball game for either team. And now, Sasha Lutz will step to the plate. Sasha walked his first time, and then he was caught stealing on a perfect throw by Julian Steinberg. So here he is with Philip Schultz on first. Schultz with a short lead. There are 2 down. Now Schultz is extending his lead slightly. Metzger comes set, and he whirls and throws to first, and Schultz is back safely. Sasha Lutz up there for his second look today at Mr. Metzger. There is no score in the game. We're in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Philip Schultz is on first. Sasha Lutz in the batter's box. A long hold by Chris Metzger, and now he deals. The pitch is inside for ball 1.
Ball inside.
Andrew Smith waiting on deck. The sun is shining. It is a beautiful day. As Metzger comes set with Schultz leading off first, 1-0. The count, the pitch is a strike called. Lutz actually showed bunt, pulled it back. And Steinberg came out of his crouch as if he was going to throw behind Philip Schultz to first base, but he did not do so. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Sasha Lutz. 1-1. Schultz the runner on second base. Chris Metzger has his sign and comes set. And now he throws to first again, and Schultz dives back, and he's in there safely. Still 1 ball and 1 strike. Philip Schultz, the runner on first base. 2 outs in the inning. Sasha Lutz with a 1-1 count at the plate. Sasha walked his first time as Chris Metzger, the right-hander, comes set, and he throws over to first again, and the ball gets away momentarily from Hughes, but not far enough for Schultz to advance. Metzger bounced the throw, and it ricocheted off of Dustin Hughes' chest a little bit to his left over to where Klaus Eckley was standing, but then it stopped rolling about a meter away from him, and Schultz thought better of it. So he's still at first, 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Sasha Lutz. Lutz, a tall left-handed hitter with an open batting stance. Metzger from the stretch. A long hold, the runner fakes, the pitch swung on. A little floating liner to center field, Leighton coming on. He will not get it, it's a base hit. And Lutz is on at first with a single. The throw to the infield gets through, but it is backed up by Steinberg, and the runners have to stop at first and second. Tanner Leighton threw the ball behind Philip Schultz, who had rounded second base a little bit too far, but his throw got through the infielders, Owen Sanchez, but Julian Steinberg was there to back it up, and there was no further advance by the base runners. So the runners are on first and second. That's the second hit for the Heide Cup. And now with 2 outs, first and second, here is Andrew Smith. Smith hit a deep fly ball to center field his first time. So he is 0 for 1. 2 outs. Schultz the runner at second, Lutz the runner at first. No score in the game, bottom of the third inning. Smith, a right-handed batter who stands in the back of the box, ready and waiting. Here's the first pitch from Metzger. Curveball. It is a strike called on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Smith drove a long fly ball to the wall in center field, and Tanner Leighton ran it down his first time. He's 0 for 1. Schultz at second, Lutz at first. There's the pitch to Smith. Breaking ball, low and in the dirt, backhanded by Steinberg. That was a pretty good block. 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Steinberg has to be careful on those pitches that drop down into the dirt. A wild pitch would put 2 runners in scoring position. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, no score. Heidenheim with runners on first and second. The pitch to Smith. There's a foul back to the screen, and he had a good pitch to hit, and he had a good swing at it, but he just missed it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Philip Schultz is on second, he singled. Sasha Lutz is on first, he singled. So Schultz and Lutz, the runners. There are 2 down in the inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the count on Andrew Smith. This figures to be one of those moments the Heidenheim Heide Cup would love to capitalize on, as who knows how many there will be throughout the course of this game. Metzger comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Andrew Smith is coming right now, and it's fouled off to the right again.
Foul ball.
We're only in the third inning, but if you judged it by the reactions of the crowd, you'd think we were in the 9th. These guys are here to rock, and it's great. Runners on first and second. Philip Schultz at second, Sasha Lutz at first, not being held on. Hughes is playing behind him. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Metzger comes set. Andrew Smith ready and waiting. Here's the pitch. Curveball. A soft fly ball to short right field. That ball might drop in. It will. It's a base hit. Coming around to score is Schultz. The throw is cut off. It's an RBI single for Andrew Smith, and Heidenheim leads 1-0. Sasha Lutz goes all the way to third base.
RBI base hit. Andrew Smith.
Andrew Smith looked like he got a breaking ball off the end of the bat and just hit a soft fly ball. And Butgerite was playing him so deep in right field he had no chance to get it. Was trying to run out and catch it too, but it was clear that nobody would be able to catch it. So the runners are first and third. Heidenheim leading 1-0. And now James McOwen, the hitter. McOwen, his first time, grounded to second. Lutz, the runner at third. Smith, the runner at first. Metzger working from the stretch. There are 2 outs in the inning, and the pitch to McOwen is swung on. Grounded up the middle, and it is fielded by Sanchez. He throws to first. Scoop by Dustin Hughes. A great play by Daniel Sanchez behind the bag at second base to take a base hit away from James McOwen. The inning is over. And a great scoop at first by Dustin Hughes to field that throw by Sanchez. Sanchez thought about trying to get the force at second, realized it was going to be tougher than he thought, so he whirled it through to first, and Hughes was able to scoop the low throw. So the Heidekopp get 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 2. There were no errors at the end of 3 full. Heidenheim 1, Solingen 0.
Umschlag für die Alligators. Der right
All right, we move to the top of the 4th inning. Heidenheim with a 1-0 lead. Tyler Lockwood has faced the minimum through 3, and he will start with the top of the order. Moritz Butgerite. Butgerite stands in, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Lockwood has struck out 1 and walked 1. He has not given up a hit so far in the game. The right-hander from Texas winds and deals the 1-0 pitch to Butgerite, and it is outside for ball 2, a fastball. Butgerite walked his first time. That's the only base runner the Alligators have had, and he was promptly erased on a 5-4-3 double play ball off the bat of Wayne O. And the next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike from Tyler Lockwood to Moritz Butgerite. Here's the wind, the pitch. That one is on the inside corner. Butgerite shaking his head after that. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Lockwood hits the outside corner, and then he hits the inside corner. 2-2 the count. Scoreboard says 3-1, but it is definitely 2-2. Lockwood winds and deals the pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. The count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Heidenheim. Game 4 of the Bundesliga Finale series. The pitch from Lockwood. Swinging a slow ground ball, foul, and we'll do it again. Butgerite fighting off a couple of tough pitches from Tyler Lockwood. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Butgerite, a right-handed hitter, stands in the back of the box. Pretty straight up stance. The pitch to him. This one is way inside. He has to jackknife to get out of the way of it. And count is now full, 3-2. Top of the 4th inning. There's Tyler Lockwood's payoff pitch. It is a swing and a miss on a fastball in the inside corner. He went around. A half swing, but Butgerite knew it. And that is strike 3. Lockwood's second strikeout of the game. And there's one out here in the 4th inning.
Second baseman Wayne O.
That'll bring up Wayne O. O is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play his first time. Wayne, the native Australian, 36 years of age. Former Mets farmhand, played AAA. The first pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Wayne. There's the wind and the pitch. This one is inside for ball 1. 1-1 on Wayne O. O is spelled O-U-G-H. O, Wayne O. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to him. Here's Lockwood's delivery. Fastball is a little bit inside, and the count is 2-1. There's 1 out here in the 4th. The pitch to O, breaking ball. Inside, and the count is 3-1. The Wayne O trying to get on base for Tanner Layton. The wind and the 3-1 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. And the count is full. Lockwood going full count to the second straight hitter. And the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Lockwood's payoff. Swinging a slow ground ball to the third baseman. It is a foul ball fielded by Smith just to the left of the line.
Play from Andrew Smith.
Is it a foul ball? The home plate umpire had signaled that it's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. I believe it is not an out. The fans exploded. It looks like the umpires are now going to just converse to make sure they get the call right. The home plate umpire, Patrick Meister, put both hands in the air to signal that it was a foul ball, and now he's having a conversation with Tim Meyer down the third baseline. They're just going to make sure they get the call right. He's going to get a second opinion. So we'll see what the call is. You see Norman Eberhardt right away was saying that it was a foul ball. The home plate umpire signaled foul. The ball was fielded by Smith in front of the third base bag, and that means it's usually... Yeah, so it is a foul ball. The call will stand. It's a foul ball. And Wayne O will still be at the plate with a 3 ball and 2 strike count. It was a ground ball just up the third base line. Smith made a nice play, but his glove was just to the left of the foul line. And home plate umpire Meister called it right away. Of course, the crowd didn't see that, and that's why they erupted, thinking it was a great play. So the count is still 3-2 to Wayne O. Here's the pitch. There's another ground ball foul. This one is definitely foul. Behind the plate and up against the backstop. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. There's the wind and the pitch by Lockwood. There's a sharp ground ball. This one again to Smith. It's a fair ball. He throws to first in time. And there are 2 away. So all in all, the fair foul call didn't matter. He ended up grounded to third anyway. So Andrew Smith right there on the job to get the play done. And there are 2 away. Lockwood still has faced the minimum here through 3 2/3 innings. And here's Tanner Layton. Layton hit a deep fly ball to center field. James McOwen caught it up against the center field fence. He's 0 for 1. Layton, a left-hand hitter, the wind and the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, Schultz. He boots it, picks it up, and now he drops it again, and that'll be an error. Schultz unable to get the ball out of his glove, and Tanner Layton reaches on the E4. It was a slow ground ball hit to the right side, and Schultz, he was playing back on the outfield grass. The ball reached him and then hit the lip of the grass, bounced out of his glove, and he still had time to make the play, but then when he rushed the transfer from the glove to his throwing hand, he lost his grip on the ball, and Layton was safe at first. So Layton, with good speed, represents the tying run. He's at first base, and here is Daniel Sanchez with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Heidenheim leading this game 1-0. Daniel Sanchez, his first time, grounded to third. Layton not going. The first pitch hit in the air to the right side and foul, and that is out of play. Nice attempt by some fans sitting on the hill over there. 1 strike to count on Daniel Sanchez. Sanchez, who has played for the Spanish national team, stands in with a 1-strike count against Lockwood. Layton fakes. The pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Layton being held on by Pesci at first. Lockwood looking over there. Tanner extending his lead a little bit. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Daniel Sanchez. And a throw to first. Layton dives back. He is safe. Tanner, by the way, this year was 12 for 15 in stolen base attempts. So he is a threat to run, and with 2 outs, you might see him do that. And there he goes, the pitch out. Goering receives the throw. It is low and gets away from Schultz. It goes into center field. Leighton is on his way to third base, and he will be there. So it's a stolen base and a throwing error on Simon Goering, and suddenly Tanner Leighton is on third base. The pitch out was on. Goering's throw was low, and it got under the glove of Philip Schultz and went into center field. Leighton alertly got right up and hustled to third base, and he is there. So it's a stolen base and an E2. The pitch is a ball, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Daniel Sanchez. There are 2 outs, however, so the Heidenheim just need to get 1 more out. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Sanchez. Leighton at third, the pitch. Gets away from Goering momentarily. It was inside for a ball. The count is 3 balls and 1 strike. No advance by Leighton off third. Lockwood is still working from the from the stretch position with Leighton on third. There are 2 down in the inning. Solingen trying to tie this game. It is 1-0 Heidenheim as Lockwood comes set. The pitch on the way. And it is high for ball 4. So that is the second walk issued by Tyler Lockwood, and now that sets up a first and third situation. And the batter is now Dominic Wolf. Lockwood still has not given up a hit, but he's in a jam here. First and third, Sanchez at first, Leighton at third, Dominic Wolf at the plate. Simon Goering went out to give signs to his infielders as to who would cover should Sanchez run. And Sanchez might run. He was 9 out of 14 in stolen base attempts. Had a reasonable lead, not a huge one. Lockwood comes set. Runners leading first and third. The pitch to Wolf is a strike call. Looked like a first pitch curveball. 0-1 the count. 1-0 Heidenheim. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Solingen, without benefit of a hit, have runners on first and third with 2 outs. And now time is called by Wolf at the plate, as he looked like he got something in his eye. Daniel Sanchez is on first. Tanner Leighton is on third. There are 2 down in the inning. Lockwood with a 1-strike count on Dominic Wolf, a right-hand hitter. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Lockwood and the Heidenheim are 1 strike away from escaping this jam. Leighton reached on the error by Schultz. He stole second and then reached third on the throwing error by Goering. Sanchez walked. 0-2 to Dominic Wolf. Runners leading first and third. Lockwood a long look into Simon Goering to get the sign, and now he comes set. Everybody's ready. The runner goes. The pitch high. No throw by Simon Goering. Sanchez actually stopped halfway to try and induce a throw, but Goering didn't bite. Sanchez's goal was to try to get into a rundown to allow Tanner Leighton to come home and score, but Simon Goering just allowed Sanchez to steal second base. So now a base hit could score 2 runs for the Alligators. Stolen base for Daniel Sanchez. The pitch was high. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dominic Wolf. Leighton at third, Sanchez at second. 2 outs. 1-0 Heidenheim, top of the 4th inning. Tyler Lockwood comes set, and now he deals. Swung on a slow ground ball to the third baseman, Smith. He fields it, throws to first. It is in time, and the inning is over. Solingen doesn't score. So Dominic Wolf grounds out 5-3 to end the inning. Solingen strands 2 base runners. They get no runs on no hits. 2 men left on base, 2 errors. At the end of 3.5, it is Heidenheim 1, Solingen nothing.
Wichtig ist aus, keine Runs für die Alligators. Aktueller Spielstand, Solingen Alligators 0, Heidenheim Heideköpfe 1. Und ich glaube, es ist Zeit für die altbekannte Heidenheim Heideköpfe Welle. Wir starten wieder im Right Field. Und zwar in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 und Welle. So, hat schon mal ganz gut geklappt, aber ich habe schon besser gesehen. Drüben am Scoreboard, jetzt sind wir am Hockeyfeld und in 3, 2, 1. Wo bleibt die Welle? So,
So, jetzt lassen wir die Bude mal rocken und machen mal richtig Stimmung. Das Soundcheck die dritte. Wo sind die Alligators-Fans? Und wo sind die Heidenheimer? Dann lasst es krachen und macht mal richtig Stimmung. Jetzt am Schlag, Simon Göring.
Here we go, folks. Bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Göring, Summer, and Pecci against Christopher Metzger. Metzger has allowed 2 hits and a run. He's allowed 3 hits and 1 run. And he will face Simon Göring. Göring, his first time grounded out. He's 0 for 1. The right-hander Metzger winds and deals. Fastball strike at the letters on the inside corner to Göring, 0-1. Heidenheim leads 1-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning of game 4. Both pitchers seem to have it working. Lockwood is not allowed a hit as of yet. Metzger winds and deals 0-1. Slow breaking ball, low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tim Collins with you, bringing you the action here from Heidenheim, up from the top of the mountain here. This is the highest baseball field in Germany, I'm told. There's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up to the right, and that is foul, and it will get out of play. And it lands on the hill. Strike 2 to Simon Göring. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Simon Göring, a right-hand hitter, formerly played for the Milwaukee Brewers organization. Long-time member of the Heidenheim Heidekopp. And Chris Metzger, the right-hander from Colorado, gets the sign from Steinberg, and the 1-2 pitch is on the way. The curveball, a half swing, and it rolls foul as the ball hit the bat of Göring. Little excuse me swing, and it rolled to Luke Summer, who was waiting in the on-deck circle. So the count is still 1-2. Göring was fooled on that pitch. The whistles are a-blowing, the kazoos are playing, the drums are beating, the fans are screaming, and the 1-2 pitch is coming, and it is high, a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 to Simon Göring, leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Heidenheim. Chris Metzger looks in for the sign. He's got it. He starts the line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball towards right center field. Butgereit is moving over into the gap, looks up into the sun, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Göring was a little bit off balance on that pitch and flied it to right center field. There's 1 down, and here is Luke Summer. Summer is 0 for 1. He popped to third in foul ground his first time. Left-hand hitter with power. There's 1 down. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0. Metzger deals to Luke Summer, and he shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is a strike, a fastball over the inside corner. 0-1. Jay Pecci is waiting on deck. 1 strike to count to Luke Summer, as Metzger has his sign from Steinberg, and he begins the windup. Here's the pitch. There's a curveball grounded slowly to the right side. It's going to be a tough play. Fielded by Hughes. He feeds Metzger covering first, and they get the out. 3-1 on the putout. A slow roller to the right side. Summer was off balance. And there are 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Jay Pecci.
First baseman, applause for Jay Pecci.
Pecci this year batted .265. He did have 2 home runs and 2 triples, along with 7 doubles. He has 1 hit in the 3-game series so far. 37 years old from California, switch hitter batting left, and Metzger winds and deals. Fastball is outside, just off the corner, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count. Pecci waiting. Here's the wind and the pitch from Metzger. There's a sharp ground ball fielded on 1 hop by Hughes. He will take it to the bag himself, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. Dustin Hughes, who had him played perfectly, hit that ball right down the line, but Hughes fielded it to his glove side, whirled and ran to the bag, calling off Metzger, and that is a 1-2-3 inning as Pecci grounds out to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 4, it is Heidenheim 1, Solingen 0.
Ganz besonders bedanken wir uns bei unserem Top-Sponsor der Voigt GmbH sowie unseren Hauptsponsoren Paul Ortmann AG, Heidenheimer Volksbank EG, Ferro Engineering, Stadtwerke Heidenheim AG und der Brauerei Königsbräu. Vielen, vielen Dank.
All right, we get set to go to the top half of the 5th inning. Heidenheim leading this game 1-0. Tyler Lockwood out on the mound. He is not allowed a hit. He has struck out 2 and walked 2. There was also an error last inning. In fact, there were 2 for the Heidecup. And it will be Dustin Hughes, Marcus Stritzek, and Julian Steinberg, 6, 7, and 8 for the Alligators against Tyler Lockwood. And he winds and deals to Stritzek, and the pitch is a strike call, the fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. Excuse me, this is Hughes at the plate. Dustin Hughes struck out his first time, 1 of 2 Tyler Lockwood Ks. The next one is a fastball low, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Dustin still looking for his first hit of the series, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Dustin Hughes way out in front of that one, and the count is 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch coming. There's a ground ball pulled foul. Boy, I hear all kinds of cool noisemakers. There are megaphones, sirens, snare drums, bass drums, Brazilian drums, kazoos, trumpets, and just good old-fashioned screaming. Plus the wind-up toys and the whistles. If it makes noise, it's in the ballpark somewhere. I even see people bashing together 2 cooking trays. And the count is 1-2 to Hughes. The pitch swung on a big bouncer to the right side, and it's going to go through into right field for a base hit. As Jay Pecci was a little bit undecided as to whether he should go for that ball or let Schultz get it. And he ended up letting it go by, and that is a big bouncing ball single into right field. That's the first hit for the Alligators. And Dustin Hughes is aboard with a base hit to lead things off here in the 5th inning. So Hughes the runner at first. And the batter now will be Marcus Stritzek. Stritzek spelled S-T-R-Y-C-Z-E-K. Stritzek. Hughes leading off first. The pitch to Marcus is a fastball outside. Goering with a look over at first, but he did not throw it there. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Heidenheim 1, Solingen 0. Runner at first is Dustin Hughes. Stritzek showing bunt, pulls it back. The pitch is a strike called over the outside corner. 1 strike and 1 ball the count. The infielders are playing back with the exception of Smith, although Smith now is backing up to normal position. He came in before the last pitch was made as Stritzek showed bunt. He's showing bunt again. The pitch is high, and Stritzek pulled it back. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th. Dustin Hughes led off the inning with a bouncing ball single through the hole into right field. He's at first base, being held on by Jay Pecci. The rest of the infield is shaded around to the left. The pitch is bunted in front of the plate. It's a perfect bunt, fielded by Simon Goering. He throws to first, barely in time to get Stritzek, and the sacrifice works. Dustin Hughes moves to second base. There's 1 down. A perfectly executed bunt by Marcus Stritzek. He deadened the ball just right in front of the mound off to the first base side. The ball came to rest before Simon Goering could pick it up, and he fired and just barely got Stritzek, who almost beat it out. So now here's Julian Steinberg. Steinberg and Drache, 2 chances to get a base hit to tie the game. Dustin Hughes with average speed on second base. With only 1 out, he has to make sure the ball drops in. And the pitch swung on, hit in the air to deep left field down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a foul ball into the bullpen. And actually, Steinberg broke his bat on that one and has to go back and get a new one. Strike 1, the count to Julian Steinberg. The ball was actually not hit as deep as I thought it was, but it would have been a base hit. Had it been fair, but it was not. So strike one, the count to Julian. Sasha Lutz is playing way off the line in left field. James McOwen is about 2 steps to the right of straightaway center field, and Sean Larry is actually playing straightaway right field for Steinberg. Infield is back. Schultz, actually, the second baseman, has both of his feet on the outfield grass in short right. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and it is low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Julian Steinberg. Robin Draka is on deck. Runner at second base is Dustin Hughes. He represents the tying run. Heidenheim leading 1-0 here in the 5th inning. Tyler Lockwood comes set and deals the 1-1 pitch. It is a fastball too far inside, 2 balls and a strike. Lockwood, I think, wanted that call. He takes a little walk behind the mound. And now he's back on the mound, getting the sign from Simon Göring. 2-1 the count to Steinberg. Runner at second is Hughes. Here's the pitch. Inside, and the count is now 3-1. And now Simon Göring wants to go out and have a little chat with his pitcher, Tyler Lockwood. Lockwood has given up 1 base hit so far. That was the hit to Hughes leading off this inning. Hughes reached second on the sacrifice bunt by Marcus Stritzek. And this conversation between Göring and Lockwood is taking a while, and now the home plate umpire, Patrick Meister, is making his way out towards the mound, and then Göring breaks it up. So he will return to his position behind home plate. The count is 3 balls and 1 strike to Julian Steinberg. There's 1 out. The runner at second base is Dustin Hughes. The score is 1-0 in favor of Heidenheim, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Now Lockwood has the sign, he deals the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a fastball that was tailing in on the hands. It was a very weak swing by Steinberg, not the type of swing you want to swing on a 3-1 pitch. So the count is now full, 3-2. Hughes, the runner at second, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. 3-2 the count to Julian Steinberg. Lockwood comes set, and now he comes to the plate. Swung on a little flare to right field. This ball is trouble if it's fair, but it is just foul down the right field line. That ball was over Pecci's head and in no man's land. It would have been at least a double, and it would have been a tie ball game, but it was about a meter to the right of the fair line, down the right field line. And we'll do it again. The count is still 3-2.
Hughes an der Second Base stehen und am Schlag. Mit dem Rücken Nummer 2, Julian Steinberg.
Steinberg swinging, fighting off a tough pitch, and just hit a soft fly ball, and it almost dropped in. 3-2 the count. Tyler Lockwood comes set. Runner leading off second. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. The battle is won by Tyler Lockwood, and there are 2 down. That is the 3rd strikeout for Tyler. A tough at bat for Julian Steinberg, and there are 2 down. Hughes still the runner at second base, and here's the number 9 hitter, Robin Draka. Draka grounded to second in his only other at bat. He is 0 for 1. Draka, a right-hand hitter. He has got 1 hit in this series. And the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. He pulled off a breaking ball, strike 1. Lockwood crossing up Draka by throwing an off-speed pitch for the first pitch. Draka was way out in front. Now he calls time as Lockwood has come set. 1 strike the count on Robin. Robin was born in Solingen, 23 years old. He will celebrate his 24th birthday a month from tomorrow, September 25th. No balls and 1 strike to him. With Hughes at second base, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Tyler Lockwood going with what works. He threw him 2 straight off speed pitches, and he got the same result both times. Draka with a long swing, and he was way out in front. 0-2 the count. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Heidenheim. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Draka is in the dirt and outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second base is Dustin Hughes. Around the infield, Smith, Calamia, Schultz, and Pecci playing straightaway and back. Lutz, McOwen, and Larry are straightaway and deep in the outfield as Lockwood stepped off the mound momentarily. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Robin Drache. Hughes, the runner off second base. Here's the pitch from Lockwood. A check swing on a pitch inside. They appeal, and he did not go around, says the first base umpire. That was Alexander Hartel on the call. A close pitch. It could have probably gone either way, but it goes the way of the Alligators, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lockwood looking in for the sign, trying to strand the runner at second base with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch to Drache. Swinging a slow bouncing ball at the third baseline, foul. And we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on Robin Drache, as now Goering is out on the mound having a conversation with Tyler Lockwood. Discussing strategy. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Heidenheim with a 1-0 lead. Solingen threatening. They have a runner at second base and 2 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Robin Drache. And the pitch on the way. Swung on a fly ball to deep center field. McOwen going back. He's looking up at the wall. That ball's gone. A 2-run home run for Robin Drache, and Solingen leads 2-1.
Ja, das war ein 2-run home run von Robin Drache. Durch diesen Hit.
And that is the quietest I've heard this ballpark since the game began. Solingen with a 2-1 lead. A good battle between Robin Drache and Tyler Lockwood, and he got a pitch down the middle and hit it out of sight over the center field fence. 2 outs, nobody on. Here is Moritz Butgereit. Solingen with a 2-1 lead, and the pitch. Low, ball 1. Butgereit has walked and struck out. He is 0 for 1. And the Solingen fans are on their feet. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Give him a hand.
2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Butgereit. There's a strike called. So a 2-run home run off the bat of Robin Drache with 2 outs in the 5th inning has given the Alligators the lead, and the pitch is low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Butgereit. So Solingen, they won game 1 2-1. They won game 3 2-1, and they lead here 2-1. Is that going to be good enough? The pitch is high inside, ball 4. Butgereit walks for the 2nd time. 3rd walk issued by Lockwood. So Lockwood has given up 2 hits and 2 runs. Butgereit, the runner at first. There are 2 down. Here is Wayne O. O is 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play and then grounded out his last time. 2 down. Butgereit, the runner at first. The pitch from Lockwood. There's a line drive caught by Andrew Smith to his glove side. A nice play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. But Heidenheim finds themselves trailing as Solingen comes up with 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 man left on base and no errors at the end of 4 1/2. Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1.
Und die Solingen Alligators gehen mit 2-1 in Führung.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The fans in Heidenheim are stunned at the moment as Robin Drache's 3rd home run of the year has given Solingen a 2-1 lead. And now Chris Metzger will take the mound with a lead for the first time. And he will face Sean Larry, Charlie Calamia, and Philip Schultz. Larry, his first time, hit a deep fly ball to right field, and he takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. So the Heide Cup find themselves trailing 2-1 here in Game 4. Bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch to Larry is low, gets away from Steinberg. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Metzger so far has allowed 3 hits and 1 run. He has struck out 1 and walked 1. Sean Larry, a left-handed hitter, has 2 hits in the series. He had been red hot before this series began. There's the 1-1 pitch, and it is a ball on the inside corner. Very hard for me to tell with the amount of noise that there is, but that pitch was low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Sean Larry, leading off the bottom of the 5th. Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. The pitch, and there's a strike, a fastball over the outside corner. The count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Sean Larry trying to get on base, get things started. Larry is digging his footing in the left-handed batter's box. Now he's ready. Metzger getting the sign from Steinberg. 2-2, and the pitch on the way. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sean Larry goes down. Second strikeout for Metzger. And that's how the 5th inning begins. And here's the number 8 hitter, the shortstop Charlie Calamia.
Und jetzt soll es mal wieder richtig laut werden im Ballpark. Applaus für Charlie Calamia.
Calamia so far today is 0 for 1. He struck out. Right-hand hitter. Solingen trying to win this series based on their pitching and pitching alone. The pitch to Calamia is a fastball strike at the letters over the inside corner. 0-1 to Charlie. Metzger given the lead for the first time in his 2 starts in this series. Let's see what he does with it. 0-1 to Calamia. The pitch. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner. 0-2. Calamia takes his helmet off to adjust his batting gloves and steps back into the batter's box. 0-2 the count to him. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Solingen leads. The 0-2 pitch. And it is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Calamia with Philip Schultz waiting on deck. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, hit on the ground on the 3rd baseline, foul, and we'll do it again. Calamia was able to wait on that breaking ball and hit it foul and basically spoil it for Metzger as he had a good location on that pitch. Calamia was way out in front but was able to fight it off. So the count remains 1-2 with 1 out. Metzger winds and deals. Swinging a ground ball hit to the shortstop Sanchez. He backhands it from the hole, throws to first in time to get Calamia, who was hustling down the line. And there are 2 down. If you're an Alligators fan, you're already counting down the outs.
Unser second baseman. Applaus für Philip Schultz.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Philip Schultz. Schultz singled and scored. That was in the 3rd inning. He came around to score on the bloop single by Andrew Smith. That's the Heidenheim run. Solingen leading 2-1 here. The pitch to Philip Schultz is inside for ball 1. Metzger actually fell off the mound a little bit that time, awkwardly towards the first base side after he delivered the pitch. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes on the left-handed batting Philip Schultz. Here's the pitch. Swung on it, fouled away off to the left, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Auf geht's Ballpark. Nicht locker lassen. Jetzt
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Philip Schultz. 2 down, bottom of the 5th. Solingen on the strength of the Robin Drache 2-run home run, leading 2-1. The pitch, slow curve, and it is in there for strike 2. 1-2. Off-speed pitch from Metzger, dropped in nicely over the outside corner, and Schultz is in the hole. 1-2. There's the wind and the pitch. Slow curve again, and it's on the outside corner for strike 3. Schultz not happy with the call. That is the third strikeout for Chris Metzger. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go to Heidekoff. At the end of 5 full innings of play, Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. All right, we get set to go to the top of the 6th inning. And it will be 2, 3, and 4 for Solingen. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Tanner Layton, Daniel Sanchez, and Dominic Wolf. And Layton showed bunt, pulled it back, takes a ball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Solingen leading 2-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. And if the old saying goes, good pitching defeats good hitting, well, that would be exactly how Solingen has gotten themselves to this position. They have won 2 2-1 ball games. The next pitch was inside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes on Layton. The pitch swung on a hard ground ball right to Philip Schultz. Takes a huge bounce, but he stays with it. Throws to first in time. Nice play by Philip Schultz to stay with that ball. That ball hit something on the infield right before it got to him, and he stayed with it and threw out Tanner Layton for the first out. Heidenheim, who came into this series having won 24 ball games in a row, and their offense has basically been shut down by Harry Glynn, and then today, Christopher Metzger, as Daniel Sanchez steps to the plate. Sanchez is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. There's the line and the pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. One out. And the pitch swung on line drive right field. Sean Larry is right there, and he makes the catch for the second out. So Daniel Sanchez hits a fly ball to right field. And there are 2 down, and here is Dominic Wolf. The last 2 games have really been dominated by good pitching. Yesterday, Harry Glynn and Luke Summer. Today, Christopher Metzger and Tyler Lockwood. Here's Dominic Wolf, and the pitch to him. Breaking ball. Strike called over the outside corner, 0-1. Wolf is 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out. Big, strong, right-handed hitter with a slightly open stance. The 1-strike pitch from Lockwood. Fastball is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. And now the 1-1 pitch. This one is outside. Lockwood dropping down, coming sidearm on that one, but he yanked it too far to the right. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And now the next pitch. This one is outside again. 3 balls and a strike to Dominic Wolf. 2 down. And nobody on here in the 6th inning. 3-1 on Wolf. The line and the pitch. Fastball is low, ball 4. So Dominic draws a walk. That's the 4th walk issued by Tyler Lockwood. And that will bring up Dustin Hughes. Hughes singled and scored his last time. He is also struck out. He is 1 for 2. So Dominic Wolf with a short lead, being held on by Pecci, but he's not really a threat to run. Hughes, a right-hand hitter. The pitch is outside. They appealed on the first base umpire, who said no swing, so the count is 1 ball and no strikes. The runner at first is Dominic Wolf. Justin Hughes at the plate as Lockwood comes set. The pitch. There's a fastball strike as Wolf was actually bluffing, taking off for second base. He goes back, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. There are 2 down, and now Eberhardt is barking at Hughes to make sure he looks down at his third base coach to get the sign, and now time has been called. As Dominic Wolf is doing a little gardening over there between the first and second baseline. He's drawing a line in the sand, so to speak. He wants to know how far he can get off while taking the lead. Make sure he has time to get back should the snap throw from Goering come in behind him. The count is 1-1 on Dustin Hughes. Wolf leading off first. Lockwood from the stretch. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count on Dustin Hughes with Dominic Wolf on first base and 2 outs. 2-1 Solingen. The pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. The inning is over. Heidenheim escapes the inning. Solingen gets a base runner but does not score. No runs, no hits, 1 man left on base, no errors, and at the end of 5 1/2, Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. Solingen scoring their 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Robin Drache in the 5th inning. And Chris Metzger is going to take the hill and face the top of the order. Sasha Lutz, Andrew Smith, and James McOwen. Lutz is 1 for 1. He's singled. He also walked and was caught stealing. So Sasha, a left-hand hitter in there, trying to get things going for the Heidenheim Heidecup, who are starting to run out of outs. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. Metzger winds and deals. Strike called on the first pitch. Looked like an off-speed pitch from Chris, and the count is 0-1. Chris has allowed only 3 hits. He has struck out 3 and walked 1. The right-hander deals to Lutz. Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Metzger has more than appeased his performance from game 2 when he was knocked around pretty good by the Heidecup. He is pitching very well today. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Lutz. Swung on a fly ball to short right field. Butgereit started back. Now he's charging in, and he makes the catch as he tumbles. And that is out number 1. Moritz Butgereit immediately fooled off the bat. Thought it was hit deeper than it was, but actually Lutz was jammed on the pitch and flies to short right field for the first out. So with 1 down, here is Andrew Smith.
Third baseman, Andrew Smith.
1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1, Solingen leading. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Alligators. Unbelievable. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors for the Heidecup. And Andrew Smith steps in. Smith is 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run. And Metzger deals. And the first pitch is an off-speed pitch. It is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Waiting on deck is James McOwen. Metzger winds and deals 1-0. Fouled away to the right. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball is retrieved by Jamie McOwen over in the on-deck circle.
Wo sind die Heidenheimer?
One ball, one strike, one out. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1, Solingen in the lead. Another great ball game unfolding for us here today in Game 4 of the Bundesliga Final Series. Chris Metzger looking in for the sign from Julian Steinberg and deals 1-1 to Smith. Breaking ball is low and gets through Steinberg. 2 balls and 1 strike. The sun is shining. The temperatures are very pleasant. Chris Metzger out there with a 2-1 count, deals to Andrew Smith. There's a swing and a fly ball towards the gap, left center field. Tanner Layton on the run. He's got a play, and he makes the catch in left center field. Andrew Smith was jammed a little bit on that fly ball and didn't get really good wood on it, and flies to Tanner Layton in center field for the 2nd out. And with 2 outs in the 6th, here is Jamie McOwen.
Centerfielder an die Platte. Mit der 42 sehen wir Jamie McOwen.
McOwen, a left-hand hitter. He is 0 for 2. In fact, well, the first pitch is low for a ball. McOwen was 5 for 5 in Game 2. But other than that, he has not had a hit in the series. He was hitless in Game 1, hitless in Game 3, and so far hitless in Game 4. There's the 1-0 pitch to him. There's a swing and a pop fly right back here over our heads and foul out of play. 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to James McOwen. One and one to Jamie McOwen. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Solingen leading 2-1. Trying to clinch it right here. The pitch. And an off-speed pitch is outside and high. 2 balls and 1 strike. The meadow is filled to capacity as the 2-1 pitch is coming. There's a swing and a bouncing ball to the second baseman, Wayne O. He has an easy bounce, throws to first in time, and there is a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Metzger as they inch their way ever so closer to a Bundesliga title here in 2014. At the end of 6 innings of play, Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. All right, we begin the top of the 7th inning. Solingen going back on the offensive. They lead this game 2-1. They will send 7-8-9 to the plate against Tyler Lockwood, who is still out there. Markus Stritzik, Julian Steinberg, and Robin Drache. Stritzik is 0 for 1 with a sac bunt. And the first pitch on the way from Lockwood, swing and a miss, strike 1. Lockwood has struck out 3. He has walked 4 and given up just 2 hits. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He gave up 2 hits in the 5th inning, a single, a little seeing eye ground ball to Dustin Hughes, and then a home run to Robin Drache, and that is it. The pitch is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Lockwood has to be somewhat frustrated given the results of his performance. He has pitched very well. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Markus Stritzik is gone. That's the first out here in the 7th inning. Lockwood has really only made the 1 mistake, and that was after a long battle with Robin Drache. Drache fouling off several pitches, and then he got one out over the plate and parked it over the left center field fence for a 2-run home run. So now the batter is Julian Steinberg. The wind and the pitch to Steinberg. Fastball is a strike call to the letters on the inside corner, 0-1. Julian is 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped out. Lockwood working quickly, deals. And it's low and away, skips away from Goering, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Julian Steinberg as Mike Hartley comes out of the dugout to retrieve that ball that skipped away. 1-1 on the catcher, Steinberg. There's a swing and a ground ball to the third baseman, Smith. He fields it on a big hop. The throw to first is in time, and there are two quick outs here in the 7th inning.
Ground Ball, kein Problem für Andrew Smith aus Nummer 2. Und das bringt den Designated Hitter der Gäste an die Platte. Mit der 5 sehen wir Robin Drache.
That is the 9th ground ball out recorded by Lockwood. And here is Robin Drache with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch is a breaking ball. Strike called of the inside corner. 0-1. Robin Drache right now had the swing that is the difference in this game. He hit a home run his last time up. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Lockwood trying to put an exclamation point on the scoreboard here in this inning. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped at the plate. Excuse me, it was a foul ball. Not held on to by Goering, and it went to the backstop, so Drache stays alive. 0-2 the count with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Solingen with a 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right center field. This is playable for Larry. He's calling for it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Lockwood in the Heidenheim Cup. As Robin Drache flies to right field. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it is Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1.
Stretching and singing im 7. Inning. Voigt präsentiert den 7th Inning Stretch. Ich darf Sie bitten, sich von Ihren Plätzen zu erheben. Und Heiko ist auch schon da. Good job, Heiko!
This is something new. The Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we gonna get funky. Funky. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we gotta do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One left this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One left this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Cha-cha now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky. To the right now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 steps. Left foot, 2 steps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work.
Danke, Heiko! Und danke auch an die 4 gefährlichen Jungs, die Heidenheims Diskothek mit Sicherheit irgendwann mal aufmischen werden. Und wie heißt es so schön? Let's get to work! Und wir haben genau den richtigen dafür, denn jetzt am Schlag für die Heidenheim Cup mit der Rückernummer 14, unser Catcher, Simon Goering!
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 7th inning. 4, 5, and 6 as Chris Metzger is 9 outs away from sending Solingen into the winner's circle here in the 4th game of this Bundesliga final. It has been a fantastic series so far. In fact, game 1 was 2-1. Game 2 was 9-0 in favor of Heidenheim. And then yesterday, Solingen winning 2-1. And here they lead 2-1. They only have 2 hits in the game, but one of them a 2-run home run by Robin Drache. The Heidenheim Heidekopp only have 3 hits for their part. They've scored a run on an RBI single by Andrew Smith back in the third. So now Simon Göring, Luke Summer, and Jay Pecci. Göring, a dangerous man at the plate. He is 0 for 2. Chris Metzger is looking in for the sign, and the 7th inning begins right now. The first pitch fouled back. A good swing by Göring, strike 1. Simon had a pitch to hit right there and fouled it straight back. Göring stepped out of the box momentarily to look down at Mike Hartley, and now he's got his right foot in the box, and now his left foot is in the box as Chris Metzger is waiting patiently the whole time. And now Metzger has his sign and begins his windup. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He threw a fastball by him. And Göring is in the hole, 0-2. It is nail-biting time if you're a Solingen Alligator fan. This game is in the late innings now. It is 2-1 Solingen. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Simon Göring with a 2-strike count. The pitch hit in the air to right field. Butgereit is there and waiting for it. In front of the warning track, he makes the catch, 1 out. And Göring flies to right field, 1 down. That will bring up the designated hitter, Luke Summer. Summer is 0 for 3. In fact, the only inning that the Heidekopp have gotten any hits off of Metzger was the 3rd inning. A single by Lutz, a single by Smith, and a single by Philip Schultz, and that is it. That's when they got their run. Other than that, Metzger has been outstanding. He struck out 3 and only walked 1. So Luke Summer, left-hand hitter, takes a pitch low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, the count. Solingen scored 2 runs in the 5th on the 2-run home run by Robin Drache. There's the wind and the 1-ball pitch. Strike is called, and it's 1-1 now to Luke Summer. Fastball over the outside corner from Metzger. Summer, a left-hand hitter with an upright stance, standing in the back of the box. There's the 1-1 pitch to him, and it's inside. Skips away from Steinberg. Looked like a breaking pitch that Metzger was trying to bury under the hands of the left-handed hitting Summer, and it skipped away from Steinberg and went to the backstop for ball 2. So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Luke Summer with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Metzger has his sign, starts the wind and deals. There's a swing and a miss at a high fastball. Summer was late on it, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the Heidekopp have just simply been unable to get anything going against the right-hander from Colorado, Christopher Metzger. 2-2 the count to Luke Summer. Here it comes. Swung on, popped up left side. This is trouble if it lands fair. It's being chased by the left fielder. He slides. Did he catch it? He caught it. What a fantastic catch by Marcus Stritzek in left field. The ball was foul, but he dove across the foul line and caught it just barely in the webbing of his glove as he tumbled and hit the ground, and Luke Summer is out number 2. Marcus Stritzek made a great play yesterday to save 2 runs, and he made another great play right there to buy an out for Christopher Metzger. The Alligators are counting down the outs. They have 7 more to go, and they will be champions. Here's Jay Pecci, the pitch. A strike, fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Alligators. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors for the Heidekopp. The 0-1 pitch to Pecci. Swing and a miss. He was way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Fooled badly, and he's behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Chris Metzger has retired the side in order the last 3 innings, and he's trying to do it here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Steinberg. Pecci is trying to run to first. Steinberg picks it up, throws to first in time, and the strikeout is completed. 1, 2, 3 go the Heidekopp. Chris Metzger has retired 12 in a row. And at the end of 7 full, Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. All right, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Solingen with a 2-1 lead, and they will send the top of the order. Moritz Butgereit, Wayne O, and Tanner Layton. Solingen is 6 outs away from pulling up what has to be described as an upset, as they lead this game 2-1. And here is Butgereit against Tyler Lockwood. Lockwood has thrown 113 pitches, and the pitch is way outside for ball 1. Lockwood has walked 4. He's given up just the 2 hits. He has also struck out 4. And the next pitch to Butgereit is a strike called. 1 ball and 1 strike. Butgereit has struck out and walked twice, so he is 0 for 1 officially. 1-1. The pitch on the way. Swing and a foul at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As it will be a non-stop crescendo from here until the end of the game, I'm pretty sure. The Solingen fans, they're beginning to be able to smell the victory. There's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, a soft fly ball popped up to the right side, giving chase Pecci. That ball lands untouched in foul ground, out of the reach of Jay Pecci, and the count still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Auf geht's, Ballpark. Helft den Pitcher. Auf geht's. Noch ein Neues hier. Los geht's.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Tyler Lockwood rocks and deals. The pitch to Butgereit is a fastball inside. Ball 2.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the 8th inning. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul tip as Butgereit just got a piece and the ball skipped away from Goering. So he lives to see another pitch. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lockwood winds and deals. Swing and a miss. He got him with that off-speed pitch. Strikeout number 5 for Tyler, and Moritz Butgereit goes down swinging. That's the first out here in the 8th inning. And with 1 out and nobody on base, that will bring up the Australian Wayne O. O is 0 for 3. He is lined out, grounded out, and hit into a double play. And the pitch on the way. Strike called over the outside corner, 0-1. Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1. 1 out in the 8th inning. The pitch to O. Swung on a line drive center field. That is going to drop for a base hit. McGowan cuts it off in right center field. Wayne O rounds first but stops there as the throw comes back into Charlie Calamia. A line single for Wayne O into right center field, and he is on first base with 1 out. And so Tanner Layton will come up to the plate. There is activity in the Heidekopf bullpen. Robert Gruber, no, that's Johannes Krum, excuse me. Johannes Krum is throwing. Mike Hartley also has the availability of Robert Gruber, the hard-throwing right-hander. So Wayne O, the runner at first, with 1 out. Top of the 8th inning, Solingen leading 2-1, and Tanner Layton at the plate. Tyler Lockwood comes set. O with a very short lead. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Layton, 0-1. Wayne O is basically 1 step off the first base bag, being held on by Pecci. Layton, by the way, is 0 for 3. He reached on an error. The pitch. And it is low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. There's 1 out. Solingen with a 2-1 lead here in the 8th inning, looking for more. Wayne O is at first. Tyler Lockwood comes set. 1-1 the count on Tanner Layton. The pitch. There's a check swing and the pitch is low, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Layton, recognizing that it was an off-speed pitch, was able to stop his swing in time, and the count is 2-1. And Lockwood comes set again. The next pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and it is high. 3-1. Layton in the driver's seat. He can look for a pitch to really belt here. 1 out, 3-1 the count. The runner off first leading. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Tanner Layton swung about as hard as I've ever seen anybody swing. He ended up with his left knee on the ground, Adrian Beltre style. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tanner. And he's got a smile on his face after he spun himself out of the batter's box trying to hit that ball from here to Kingdom Come. 3-2 with the runner Wayne O on first base and 1 out. 2-1 Solingen in the top of the 8th. Lockwood comes set and deals. There's a swing and a slowly hit ground ball at the first base side, foul, and we'll do it again.
Foul ball, Allemand
zurück an die Ausgangsposition. Der Ball wird nicht
So Leighton with a 3-2 count.
Die Zählung unverändert.
Checks to make sure he did not break his bat. He did not. Wayno has to return to first base. Tyler Lockwood up over 120 pitches now. This would figure to be his last inning. The 3-2 pitch to Leighton. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball inside. Leighton possibly chasing a pitch that was outside of the strike zone. And he goes down for the second out. That is the 6th strikeout for Lockwood. And with 2 down, Wayno still at second base. Here is the right-handed hitting shortstop, Daniel Sanchez. Sanchez, 25 years old. I mentioned it yesterday. He led the Alligators in extra base hits. He had 3 triples and 17 doubles. No home runs. Wayno with a short lead. The pitch to Sanchez is a ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. Slow curve, and it is on the corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 with 2 outs on Daniel Sanchez. Wayno the runner at first. Sanchez stands in. 1-1 the pitch on the way. Swinging a tapper foul back to the backstop. And the count is 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Lockwood is leaving it all out there on the mound in this start. He has pitched wonderfully, but he's on the losing end of a 2-1 score. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The ball dug up out of the dirt by Simon Goering. And Tyler Lockwood strikes out the side, stranding the single by Wayno at first base. He has 7 strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, no errors at the end of 7.5. Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1.
Und zusammen machen wir die Welle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 und Welle! Geht doch, wir machen uns warm für das 8. Inning. Ein Run muss her und dazu brauchen wir jeden Mann, jede Frau, jede Stimme. Legt euch ins
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Sean Larry, Charlie Calamia, and Philip Schultz will come to the plate against Chris Metzger. Metzger has thrown 92 pitches and has shown no signs of slowing down. He has retired 13 in a row. I mistakenly announced that he had retired 12 in a row. I forgot, of course, the last out in the 3rd inning. So he has retired 13 men in a row, and he's facing 7-8-9. Here is Sean Larry, the first pitch. And it is a strike called, 0-1. Larry today is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied to deep right field. 1 strike. Metzger winds and deals. Slow curve, swing and a miss, strike 2. He has had the Heidenheim off balance all day. He has struck out 4, only given up 3 hits and 1 walk. 0-2, the pitch on the way. Swung on a ground ball to the second baseman. Oh, he fields it, throws to first, 1 down. And the Alligators are 5 outs away. So here's Charlie Calamia. Of course, part of what makes a game like this so compelling is that it only takes one little thing to happen to turn the entire thing. A 2-1 game. 1 pitch that's over the center of the plate could be hit for a home run, or a ground ball that skips past an infielder that leads to a rally. Any of that could still happen. Here's the pitch to Calamia, and it is outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So although the Alligators are counting down the outs, they are also not taking anything for granted, I am sure, and neither are the Heidenheim. 1 ball and no strikes, the pitch. Fastball is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Metzger is getting up there, right around 100 pitches.
Make some noise.
We're 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch to Calamia, swing and a miss. That off-speed pitch, 2 balls and 1 strike. He threw him an off-speed pitch on 2-0, and Calamia could have swung at that one twice. He was so far out in front. 2-1. Right-handed hitting shortstop from Phoenix, Arizona. Waits for the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a line drive to right field. Butgereit is over. He's there. He makes the catch. Calamia hit it well, but it was right to Moritz Butgereit in right field, and there are 2 down. 15 in a row retired by Chris Metzger. Of course, it was Chris Metzger who almost pitched a perfect game in the decisive victory against the Haar Disciples in Game 4. He pitched a complete game, allowing only 1 base runner, and that was a ground ball single. And now pinch hitting for Philip Schultz is Robert Gruber. Gruber with power. Right-hand hitter. The pitch to him is a fastball strike. So this is Gruber's first at-bat. Philip Schultz, when he was in there, was 1 for 2 with a run scored. So Gruber, a right-hand hitter, wears number 29, and the 1-strike pitch to him. Breaking ball hit on the ground to the shortstop, Sanchez. He gloves it. He takes his time and fires to first in time, and the inning is over. The Heidenheim go 1, 2, 3. 16 in a row set down by Chris Metzger. We're going to go to the 9th inning in this one. Solingen leading 2-1.
Wir bedanken uns ganz herzlich bei unseren Sponsoren, bei unserem Top-Sponsor der Voigt GmbH, den Hauptsponsoren Paul Ortmann AG, Heidenheimer Volksbank GG, Ferro Engineering, Stadtwerke Heidenheim AG, die Brauerei Königsbräu, Jagdbar AG, Edelmann IQ Packaging, Kino Capitol, Kinocenter, Kinopark Aalen, Heidenheimer Zeitung, Samtul Spannzeuge, Bäckerei Körnersbeck, AGM Autoglas, BGK Endlosband, VW Autohaus Martin Schön, Optik Schäuble, Westwestern Park, Konsul Schlosshotel Heidenheim, Badefirma Kurzkluge, Bauflaschen bei Smekal, Lumux Sports, Funnel Bike, Pizza, Kaffee. Hotel Hirsch, Hummelsiebdruck, Sportstudio Pauls 53, Baukalle Kaufmann Meier, Utsche Monsbauer, Gasthaus zum Alten Sägewerk, AXA Versicherungen Rolfpass, die Physiopraxis Straße und Stefan Pilzinger, Kaffee, Konditorei Sonnleitner, Bissinger Auerquelle, HSB Sportstudio und nicht zu vergessen, die Stadtverwaltung Heidenheim und der Heidenheimer Sportclub.
We go to the top of the 9th inning. Solingen leading 2-1. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Alligators. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors for the Heidenheim. Solingen will send 4, 5, and 6. 5, 6, and 7. Dominic Wolf, Dustin Hughes, and Marcus Stritzik to the mound against Tyler Lockwood, who is still out there. Robert Gruber, who pinch hit for Philip Schultz, is now at second base. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Gruber is at first base, and Pecci is now at second base. Strike 1 the count on Dominic Wolf. So Philip Schultz is out of the game. The pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wolf today has lined out, grounded out, and walked the pitch. And it is inside, 2 balls and a strike. Lockwood has thrown 136 pitches. And he's still out there. Here's the 2-1. And it's a strike called over the outside corner, 2-2 on Dominic Wolf, leading off the top of the 9th inning. The wind and the pitch from Lockwood. Slow curve, and he got him swinging. Strike 3. That's the first out in the 9th. That is the 8th strikeout for Tyler Lockwood. And with 1 down, nobody on, here is Dustin Hughes. Hughes has struck out, singled, and struck out again. Excuse me, I miscounted. That's 10 strikeouts for Lockwood. The wind and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 9 strikeouts. Now I've got my numbers right. 9 strikeouts for Tyler Lockwood. And the 0-1 pitch coming to Hughes. It is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Solingen trying to tack on another run before going to the 9th inning. The 1-1 pitch. And it is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck, Marcus Stritzek. Lockwood winds, deals 2-1 to Hughes. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Lockwood has struck out the last 4 outs. Sandwiched in there with a single to Wayne O. 2-2 the count to Hughes. The right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Strike 3 aus Nummer 2.
So Lockwood, who has found his strikeout pitch here in the latter innings, has now struck out 5 of the last 6 hitters. He has 10 in the game. And with 2 outs and nobody on, here is Marcus Stritzek. Stritzek has struck out, grounded out, and sacrificed. He is 0 for 2. He also made a great diving catch in left field. The pitch to Marcus. Swung on line drive to the left side. Backhanded off the glove of Kalamia, and that'll be a base hit. It was a sharp ground ball to the hole. Kalamia had to range a few steps to his right and backhanded. It hit off the heel of his glove, and Stritzek is aboard with a 2-out single here in the 9th inning. That is the 3rd hit allowed by Tyler Lockwood. Only 3 hits. There are only 6 hits in the game. Of course, Solingen is trying to win this whole series, and they've only scored 6 runs in the 4 games. Amazing, isn't it? So Stritzek, the runner at first, and the batter now is Julian Steinberg. The Solingen fans are on their feet. And the pitch. Steinberg takes a slow curve, and it is inside and high for a ball. Lockwood showing signs of fatigue with that delivery. That ball just sailed in there high. And the 1-ball pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball hit down the 3rd baseline. Foul. Strike 1. 1-1 to Julian Steinberg. In the bottom of the 9th, the Heide Cup will have the top of their order. Sasha Lutz, Andrew Smith, and James McGowan against Christopher Metzger, who's thrown 101 pitches. Lockwood, meanwhile, trying to get out of the 9th inning here. He's got a runner in first and a 1-1 count to Steinberg. The pitch is a strike called over the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. Marcus Stritzek is the runner at first. 1-2 on Steinberg as Lockwood deals. The runner is going. There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Pecci. He steps on the bag in time for the out. And that was a break for the Heide Cup because Pecci was breaking to cover second base as the runner was trying to steal, and the ground ball went right to him. He smothered it, picked it up, and tagged second base with the ball in his glove, and the second base umpire was right there to make the call, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Do or die for the Heidenheim Heide Cup. It is 2-1 Solingen. Christopher Metzger, the right-hander from Boulder, Colorado, who was battered in Game 2, is now standing on the mound, only 3 outs away from pitching the Solingen Alligators to their 2nd franchise championship. They won it in 2006, and they are 3 outs away from winning it again here, upsetting the heavily favored Heidenheim Heide Cup. However, Metzger has to deal with the top of the order. It will be Sasha Lutz, and then it will be Andrew Smith, and it will be James McOwen, 1, 2, and 3. The Heidenheim fans have risen to their feet here before the inning is even underway. The Solingen fans have been on their feet basically since the last 3 innings. And we are about to begin the bottom of the 9th inning. Game 4. Solingen trying to win this series by scoring only 6 runs in all 4 games. It is 2-1 Solingen, and stepping up to the plate is Sasha Lutz. Lutz, 1 for 2, singled, walked, flied out. Left-hand hitter. The entire crowd is on their feet. Bottom of the 9th inning, Chris Metzger Looks in for the sign. He's retired 16 in a row, and he winds and deals. Fastball is up high for ball one. And now the next one on the way. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sasha Lutz.
Auf geht's Heidegger für Ballpark. Nicht locker lassen, make some noise. Wo sind die Einnahme?
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th, the pitch. There's a line drive to left field. That is a base hit for Sasha Lutz. He hit a little floater over the shortstop's head, and it drops in for a single. And Sasha Lutz is aboard with good speed, representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Sasha went up there with a plan to hit the ball to the opposite field, and he placed it perfectly. That's just the 3rd hit by the Heidenheim. So now Andrew Smith. Smith today is 1 for 3. He has the single and the RBI. That's the only run that the Heidenheim have scored against the right-hander Metzger. Sasha Lutz at first. And a throw to first. Lutz dives back, and he is in there safely. Sasha was 15 out of 17 in stolen base attempts. So you might see him run. You might see a pitch out by the Alligators. He's got a medium lead. He's not going. The pitch is a strike called over the outside corner. 0-1 on Smith. High drama here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The entire ballpark is standing up. 2-1 Solingen. Nobody out. 1 strike on Smith with Lutz at first. Long hold by Metzger, and he whirls and throws to first, and Lutz dives back safely. Chris Metzger trying to disrupt the timing of Sasha. One strike to count on the right-handed hitting Andrew Smith. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Smith late on the fastball.
Fans, der Heiligabend. Wo sind die Einnahmer? Make some noise.
Two strikes on Andrew Smith with Lutz off first. Metzger deals. Swung on a pop-up to the right side. This is in shallow right field. Butkerite hustling after it, and that ball will be caught by Moritz Butkerite with a sliding catch. Moritz Butkerite and Wayno were converging on the same spot. That ball was destined for no man's land, and Butkerite with a sliding catch saves a base hit, and there's the first out here in the 9th inning. Andrew Smith flies to right, 1 down. And now, if the Solingen Alligators can turn a double play, they will be the champions. Lutz is still the tying run on first base. What a play by Butkerite. Lutz had to hold up. There would have only been runners on first and second with that, but no matter now, as James McOwen stepped to the plate. And Lutz is going, the pitch. Swung on, popped up left side, foul ground. Wolf has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out. Lutz is caught off first, the throw back. He is safe, barely. Sasha Lutz was off with the pitch and had to slam on the brakes and switch directions and run back to first base before he was doubled off on the throw by Dominic Wolf. He slid in and was barely safe. Alexander Hartel on the call, and the game will continue, albeit with 2 outs. And who's it going to be? It's going to be the captain, the longtime Heidenheim Heidekopp, Simon Göring. McOwen frustrated at himself for popping up the first pitch. So now it's Göring against Metzger. Simon today is 0 for 3. Sasha Lutz at first base. Metzger against Göring with 2 outs in the 9th. The Alligators 1 out away. And the pitch to Göring. A swing and a high pop fly to the left side. Will it stay in play? It will not. It is a foul ball and it lands over in the bullpen. Strike one. And the Solingen fans have to take a deep breath. One strike to Simon Göring. Chris Metzger has allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Solingen 1 out away from the championship. Sasha Lutz leading off first, got his hands on his knees, and now he's ready as Metzger comes set. 1 strike to Simon Göring, and a throw to first. Lutz dives back safely. Well, they say baseball is a game of inches. Moritz Butgerei with a fantastic catch in right field. Sasha Lutz was barely safe on the pop-up that that Dominic Wolf caught. 0-1 to Simon Göring, and another throw over. This one scooped nicely by Hughes, as Metzger almost threw that ball away. That would have been a mistake. Lutz gets up and calls time to dust himself off. Lutz led off the inning with a single, and he's still there 2 outs later. The Heidenheim are down to their last out. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, 2-1 Solingen. Everybody is on their feet. Simon Göring is back in the box. Metzger has his sign from Steinberg. Lutz leading off first. 2 outs, 9th inning. Metzger comes set. Here is the 0-1 pitch coming to Simon Göring. There's a swing and a pop-up to the right side. This ball's going to get out of play, and it is strike 2. And now Metzger and the Alligators, 1 strike away. They won game 1 in dramatic fashion, 2-1 in 12 innings. They lost game 2, 9-0. They won game 3 yesterday in dramatic fashion, 2-1, escaping a bases-loaded 9th inning jam by getting a ground ball double play. And here they are, 2-1 again with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Sasha Lutz on first. Simon Göring representing the winning run at the plate, but he's got an 0-2 count. Metzger is set. And a throw to first, diving back is Lutz again.
Und nicht locker lassen, nicht locker lassen. Auf geht's, Heideköpfe.
0-2 on Simon Göring. Metzger comes set. And the pitch. Swung on a ground ball sharply into the shortstop Sanchez. He fields it, he throws to first. The game is over and Solingen has won the 2014 championship. And they explode onto the field and they're mobbing Chris Metzger. A complete game, 2-1 victory. Solingen with their second franchise championship, the first since 2006. A major upset, winning 2 games, 2-1. Your final score.
Solingen Alligators gewinnen die Baseballmeisterschaft 2014. Dreimal haben sie es geschafft, die Heidenheim Heideköpfe zu
The 2-run home run off the bat of Robin Drache was the bullet that did in the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. 1 mistake.
Applaus für sensationellen Baseball.
And this series has come to an end. The fans in Heidenheim have been treated to 2 very well-played baseball games. And above all, excellent pitching. Harry Glenn yesterday and Chris Metzger today, the right-hander from Boulder, Colorado. And he was dominant. 1 run on 3 hits, 3 errors for the Heideköpfe, 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors for the Solingen Alligators. They have won this series 3 games to 1, and they did so by scoring only a total of 6 runs in all 4 games. Pretty unbelievable when you think about it, but they certainly earned it. So the Solingen Alligators, congratulations to the Alligators and their fans, the 2014 Bundesliga champions. And congratulations also to the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. They had a fantastic season. They finished with a record of 32-6. Solingen finished with a record of 30-6. Heidenheim is coming out of the dugout now, and they're going to shake hands with the opponent, Solingen Alligators, in what was an extremely hard-fought ball game yesterday and today. Baseball games can change on the smallest of events. Yesterday was the game-saving catch by Marcus Stritzek in left field. Today, the one bad pitch by Tyler Lockwood. He was otherwise dominant, and he gave up a 2-run home run to Robin Draka in the 5th inning, and that was it. 2-1 is the final score. The winning pitcher, Christopher Metzger, he goes the distance. Losing pitcher, Tyler Lockwood, he goes the distance. And the fans are applauding the two teams. It was an absolutely fantastic atmosphere in the ballpark with the Solingen fans bringing all their drums and trumpets and kazoos, and the Heidenheim fans with their wind-up toys and their kazoos. As now you hear the cheering of the Solingen fans as they are cheering on their championship team. Green 14 was the slogan of their year, and they have put it to the test, and it has survived the test. The Solingen Alligators are champions of German baseball in 2014. I'd like to thank the Heidenheim Heidecup for making this broadcast possible. I would also like to thank Simon Franke at Sport Deutschland TV for making this broadcast possible. And it has been a fantastic Bundesliga baseball season. And I have had a great time bringing these games to you. So I thank you for listening and watching. And so officially for Eurobaseball TV, this is Tim Collins saying good afternoon and celebrate the victory if you're a Solingen fan. And you can be proud of a fantastic season if you're a Heidecup fan. Thanks very much for tuning in. That's it for today. The final score, Solingen 2, Heidenheim 1.